Hello everyone, my name is Caden, and welcome back to more Robotics Notes Elite. Last time we did our final preparation for Robo-One and got here, and also I mostly just talked about crackpot theories probably. But now let's see if, I assume we're probably going to get to Robo-One itself today.
So, any thoughts?
Not in particular, not like I recognize the name or anything.
What, Kai, you have so much to learn about the world. Devil's Stronger advanced to the finals last tournament. Their power strats helped them demolish the competition.
So they're a big shot. We sure got the short end of the stick right off the bat.
But if we win, we'll be heroes.
Akio clenches her fist tight and steps up toward me. Why is she so into this?
Maekawa, the operator, is a geezer who is basically the healiest heel that ever healed. Every time I see one of his interviews, I can't help but think, you big jerk. But the tournament organizers love pushing him because he's entertaining. Who doesn't like a good villain? See, the perfect opponent for you to face in your debut fight. Everybody knows that the robot of justice exists to defeat the evil villain.
Where does that baseless confidence of yours come from?
Look, the fact is that he's super strong enough to make it to the finals. But with the KD system installed in Tanagashi Machine 3, and your skills combined, you can turn Devil Stronger into scrap. Isn't that right?
This feels more like a threat than anything. She presses closer, causing me to draw back instinctively. Do you really want peace of mind that badly?
Huh?
It'd be really easy for me to just go along with you and say this'll be an easy win. But I don't have the leeway to console you like that right now, Aki-chan. Sure, I'm ranked 5th in the world on the Kill Ballad leaderboards, but that took a long time and a lot of effort. I learned the ins and outs of my own character, and then I learned how to handle each and every matchup. I'm going into this fight with nothing, not even an ounce of practice. I'm gonna have to focus even harder than I do when I play Kill Ballad. Despite how I may look, I'm pretty delicate, okay?
Kai, don't tell me you're...
I don't know. There's no point in hiding the truth. She's been dealing with my attacks for as long as I've been dealing with hers. Staying up all night definitely had an effect on me.
I see.
Akio's expression darkens as she gazes straight into my eyes. Like she's imploring me, or appealing to me. That look. What is it? The restroom is right around the corner and...
That's not it, you big jerk!
Did she really have to go for the hair now of all times? Then what the heck is it? I give her the floor, but while it looks like she wants to say something, she can't seem to put into words. Eventually, she shakes her head. In the end, Akio swallows her words. Nevertheless, I get the gist of what she's trying to say. If we lose, the Robotics Club is finished. Everything we inherited from our seniors over the last 9 years will be lost. That's why we're here at Robo-One. This is a battle that we can't afford to lose. That's what you want to say, right? But here's the thing. None of that matters to me. Hey, Aki-chan, got any candy?
What?
Candy.
Candy? You mean space candy?
Yep, got any?
Typical Kai.
She grumbles as she pulls a piece of the usual space candy out of her skirt pocket.
Yeah, I got one.
Knew you had some. I'll pay you back later. Pop it into my mouth. The refreshing sensation makes its way down my throat. Yeah, that's the ticket.
Kai.
Looks like the weight's been lifted off her shoulders. Akio slaps me on the back.
Let's win.
She says that with a smile.
You like to mercilessly crush your opponents no matter who they are, right? So just do what you always do.
When you put it like that, I start to sound like the bad guy. But I'll take that over the tone she had earlier. Luck is not on my side. It's my first time on the big stage. My condition is a mess. Could this possibly get any worse? And on top of that, it's always possible I might end up with a bad matchup. If that happens, it'll be over before it begins. Yet at the end of the day, the feeling of wanting to be the best is the same here as in Kill Ballad. I'm not excited, nor am I held back as a member of the Robotics Club. As far as I'm concerned, this is just another fighting game tournament.
It's time. Let's go.
I hear cheers from afar and an excited announcer commentary accompanied by stomps that shake the entire venue. All of that is just beyond the end of the hallway. Shrouded and lay on the other side. Akio and I stand shoulder to shoulder and step into that light together. Here we go. It's a different world on this side. A huge arena surrounded by bleachers from which all eyes are on us. This cheering shakes our bodies. While it's not at full capacity, I can't believe that this many people would be here for the qualifiers, and in the morning too. I've never seen this many people gathered in one place before. It's overwhelming. For the first time in my life, it truly dawns on me that Robo-One and robots in general are booming worldwide. The AR billboards with Misa-ni displayed on them only puts more pressure on me. She was my master when it came to gaming, and I could never even come close to beating her. While she isn't here in person, it sure as hell feels like she is telling me I'm watching you, so you better not screw up. The tension in the air is getting higher and higher. I need to make sure not to let myself get overwhelmed by the sea of people. If I were to lose because I couldn't stay focused, that'd be really embarrassing, especially as a gamer. There are already matches underway elsewhere in the arena. A quick glance around the building reveals a huge variety of hobby robots going toe-to-toe with each other. I'm starting to get worried about our decade-old honorary prez. I can faintly hear an official yelling for Chuo Tanegashima High in the distance. Chuo Tanegashima High Robotics Club to ring number 4!
They said ring number 4.
Yeah. Round 1. The games begin. I stand before the ring with Akio. The gazes and cheers from the audience seem distant now. I am going to say, hey. Oh, yeah. I switched to my controller for a second, and I was wondering why it wouldn't let me go to the menu. It's just because I had to switch back to mouse. The gazes and cheers from the audience seem distant now. And I'm deepening my focus, honing my nerves. Thanks to the candy in my mouth, I don't feel drowsy from staying up all night. I'm also doing my best to hold back my anxiety and irritation about my incoming attack. If this bomb is going to explode, do me a favor and wait till after the match, alright? All I can do is pray for that.
And now, the much-anticipated Devil Stronger arrives at ring number 4. Mayakawa Shizuya once declared himself the heel of Robo-One. I am the heel, he said. And his first victim, a high schooler from Tanegashima.
Live commentary reverberates throughout the venue. On mic is the famous J. Babylon. Despite his name, rumors say he's actually Japanese. The incendiary commentary is assuming we're going to lose. And I can't say I'm much of a fan. In the blue corner, hailing from the Chuo Tanegashima High Robotics Club, Tanegashi Machine 3 Custom. After being introduced to the audience, I bow my head slightly. Akio stands the honorary prez up inside the ring. In the red corner, Mayakawa Shizuya and his Devil Stronger. Mayakawa is on the other side of the ring, raising both arms to the audience. He knows how to work the crowd. The cheers get noticeably louder. Mayakawa's Devil Stronger is pretty big too. It's easily 1.5 times the height of the honorary prez. Hey, Aki-chan, does Robo-One not have any weight classes or anything?
They did years ago, but not anymore.
Huh.
Recent champs have all used fairly lightweight robots, which proves there really isn't a disadvantage for smaller machines.
I mean, maybe not now, but the prez was designed and built 9 years ago.
Point made. But you know, that person once said, fighting strength isn't determined by differences in mobile suit performance.
No, performances matter quite a lot. If this guy really is a favorite for winning the whole thing, it's entirely possible our odds are 0 to 10. But hey, Akio's back to her normal, ridiculously optimistic self, so I'm feeling pretty alright. Well, it's way too late to lose my cool now. We were always going to be at a disadvantage. Mayakawa glares at Akio from across the ring and snorts out a laugh.
Well, don't you talk big, little lady.
Huh?
You saying your machine's inferior to Devil Stronger in specs, but your boy toy there is a better operator than me?
This guy's clearly in his 40s. This dude is running his mouth off an awful lot for someone so soft and flabby. Damn!
You really think your little boy toy's better than me, huh? Is that what you're saying?
Sir, pushing 40. Pushing 50.
Absolutely. Oh, but he's not my boy type, but still. With Kai's skills, I know I can take this whole tournament.
Hey now! Is this a nationwide broadcast? Should we really be making grand declarations as high schoolers just debuting? You're not supposed to say that kind of thing out loud, even if you believe it. How embarrassing.
Maybe it's not robots he's good at operating. Maybe he just knows how to operate you in bed.
Huh?
He's grinning like he just dropped the mic after a real zinger, but all he's doing is sexually harassing a young girl.
I'm telling you, stop screwing around, you goddamn brat. Besides, what's with that heap of junk you call a robot? Shit looks like it's made of old crap you scrounged up. It's clearly nothing but outdated trash. Know your place. If you keep talking back to me, I'm gonna use my devil stronger to smash it to pieces.
But breaking your opponent's robot is against the rules.
Huh? Did you say something?
I did. I said that breaking your opponent's robot is against the rules.
You bitch.
Alright, Aki-chan, stay back. I pull Akio by the hand and stand her behind me. I then put myself directly in line of Mayakawa's glare. Sorry about that. We won't talk anymore.
Excuse me?
Everybody knows that trying to provoke your opponent before a match is what a loser does. Please, excuse us.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
Mayakawa's face turns bright red. I guess he's angry. It means nothing more than what I said. I truly regret my actions.
Brats, who the hell do you think I am?
No, take it down a notch. Why must you be so upset? Enough chit-chat. Competitors, are you ready? The referee cuts in and gets straight to business.
I'm gonna crush you.
Mayakawa's face is twisted in rage. He readies his controller.
Kai, be bold but careful.
Pick one or the other, please. And I'd really appreciate some silence. I need you to not drag me down right now. You're killing my focus. Very well. Round one of the qualifying tournament. Ready! I take a small breath and hold my Pokecom tightly. I close my eyes. I look down at the ring from above in my head. My position. The opponent's position. The paths to Prez that the opponent will likely take. The paths that I should utilize to get to Devil Stronger. Among the countless choices, I identify the routes with the highest possibility of success. By doing this, I have a spatial understanding of the area beyond my field of vision. This is what I always do in games. In a first-person fighter like Kill Ballad, this is especially vital. That's right. This is just a game. The ring is much narrower than it appears. There's a lot of distance between the Prez and the Devil Stronger. Best case scenario would have been knowing that thing's attacks beforehand, but there's nothing I can do. I have no data. I'll have to react on the spot. I guess I'll wait and see for now. No. Fight! Here we go. One should always close the distance right at the start. Without hesitating, I charge directly at Devil Stronger.
That fool.
Before it enters my range, Devil Stronger twists its ways. Its long arm extends forward. A thrusting attack. I swiftly input the commands into my Pokecom. Thanks to my daily KB training, Devil Stronger's punch looks like it's frozen in time. I can react within 4 frames of a move. I could do this with my eyes closed. Devil Stronger's a heavyweight hobby robot. Its height is 1.5 times that of the honorary press. That's why that thrust is coming high. I crouch down to avoid the punch, then transition into an uppercut. The press's extending arm stretches out and connects cleanly with Devil Stronger's crotch. I'd hit him from below.
Combo upper!
Down!
Alright!
I live in a world of individual frames. Slow attacks like that are just begging to be countered. Hey, Aki-chan, do me a favor and stop shouting out attack names.
Oh, come on, Kai. Special attacks have to be shouted to the heavens.
The down Devil Stronger slowly starts to right itself.
That was just a fluke. Nobody could have that kind of reaction speed. It's beginner's luck. Don't get cocky, brat.
I'm not going to argue. It was definitely luck that allowed me to get to the first down. When I charged in on him, I was fully expecting to be the one downed. Looks like Mayakawa's getting all fired up now. He's going to pull something big next. Devil Stronger, one down. Resuming match. Fight!
I'll show you the terror of Devil Stronger.
I'm pretty sure you just raised a death flag.
Kai, he looks super mad.
I stay fully aware of the distance between us and try to flank him. I have the faster movement speed. It shouldn't be too hard to get behind him.
Quit moving around, fight me!
Ignore his taunts. Devil Stronger's turning speed is comparatively slow. Once I get into his blind spot, hitting him with a combo should be easy peasy. I close the distance in an instant. Go. But the second I finish inputting the commands, something feels off. I think I might have screwed up the range.
Gumball rush!
I figured as much. The hit was shallow. I'm still not used to the Prez's attack range. Nonetheless, the attack should have shaken Devil Stronger up a bit. Sadly, its auto balancer is extremely good. Despite looking like it might fall over, it carefully rebalances itself. Oh no. Before I can do anything, Devil Stronger is within range. I try to put some distance between us by hitting the dash button, but... Crap, this isn't Kelbout. There's no dash button. Plus, the honorary press can't go in reverse. Turning 9 degrees and strafing is my fastest option for retreat. Unfortunately, because of my near whiff, I react too late. A fatal mistake.
Taste the power of my Devil Stronger!
Kai, run!
Devil Stronger spreads both arms wide, then immediately starts spinning its upper body around, using its torso as an axis. Devil Stronger's Windstorm of Valeria smashes into the press and sends it flying out of the ring. Down!
Emerges at last, the single move that claimed countless victims in the last Robo-One, the double lariat from hell. Like so many before them, the high schoolers from the Tanegashima have been baptized by its unbeatable power.
I get it now. So that's his combat strategy. He's all about powering through his opponents. Akio's intel was spot on. As soon as I enter its attack range, it's over. The weight difference is too great. Akio runs over to where the Prez landed below the ring and picks it up. As soon as she stands it up on the home position, she breathes a sigh of relief. She checks the joints for any unnatural bending. The little dude did get sent flying after all.
It's okay. There's a tiny crack in his shoulder, but everything else is good to go. That attack was pretty crazy.
I wish you told me about it beforehand.
Oh, that's a good point. Sorry I messed up.
We witnessed the fury of the double lariat from hell in the last Robo-One. Nobody had an answer for Devil Stronger's invincible demonic attack. It leaves no openings, and it functions both offensively and defensively. In addition, it seems its rotation speed has increased even further from the last tournament. It's starting to look like Devil Stronger will take this entire tournament. Obviously, like hell, I'd lose to a couple of amateur brats. But I ain't done yet. I gotta teach you a lesson. I ain't gonna be happy till I scrap that pile of junk.
What should we do, Kai?
Devil Stronger 1 down. Tanegashi Machine 3 Custom 1 down. Resuming match. Fight!
It's over! How, Devil Stronger? Double lariat from hell!
Oh, and here I thought Akio was the only one crazy enough to yell out attack names. It looks like that's all he's good for. Did he seriously start using his double lariat while I'm outside of his attack range?
Kai!
I ignore Akio's desperate-sounding cry. I advance as close as I can without entering Devil Stronger's range. And then I simply watch. I'm looking for a blind spot in that so-called invincible special attack of his. I've got eye it perfectly. I'm not flustered. In fact, I'm calmer than when the match started. Actually, I'm excited. My mind is clear. All I'm focused on is on the match.
If you won't come to me, I'll go to you, brat!
Guess he's done waiting. Its upper body still spinning, Devil Stronger approaches. Incoming! There! Go. Got it! My timing by eye is perfect. I also corrected my range mistake. The impact of my attack goes right into its weight. As a bonus, the whole rush combo hits the mark. See ya! Devil Stronger, 1.5 times the height of the honorary press, goes flying out of the ring. Down!
Impossible!
Wait, Kai, what did you just do?
Even Akio is totally dumbfounded.
How'd you break through the double lariat from hell?
You know what a top is, right? It's similar to that. With the upper body spinning around that much, the lower body gets really unstable. So all I need to do is give it a little vertical impact, and that sent it reeling off balance.
Not horizontal.
Nope, vertical, up and down. If I tried to oppose on the horizontal axis, those spinning arms would have sent me flying. All I did was match its timing, then hit one of Devil Stronger's spinning arms from below with a gunvolt upper. The timing was super tight, so it would have been difficult for anyone but me to land. And with the centrifugal force from the rotation throwing it off balance, I finished it off with a gunvolt rush, my flashiest combo. Though to be honest, that last bit was just so I could style on Maekawa. A little bit of revenge for earlier.
You're kidding. This is impossible. Devil Stronger's double layer from hell can't be defeated.
Red corner, hurry up and return your robot to the ring! After being warned by the referee, Maekawa grabs Devil Stronger and returns it to the ring, a dumbfounded expression on his face. Devil Stronger 2 downs. Tanagashi Machine 3 Custom 1 down. Match point.
Impossible, 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 impossible!
Oh dear, he's lost it. Fight!
I can't accept this. Devil Stronger's the strongest robot in the universe.
You know who knows little often repeats it, I guess. Once again, Maekawa starts up the double layer from hell while I'm outside of his attack range. I'm telling you, I got the pattern down already. I already know how to counter this. If there's no input error, I can take Devil Stronger down with the same series of moves. How does he not get this? While double layer from hell might have dominated the last tournament, it's nothing but a handicap for him now. Come here. See ya! I use the exact same method as before and put a stop to his ranging typhoon. As my follow-up attack, I twist my waist 90 degrees and hit it with my own lariat. See ya!
Gunvolt lariat!
Devil Stronger promptly falls over in the ring. Down! With 3 knockdowns, the winner is Tanagashi Machine 3 Custom! There was a moment of silence. Only to be followed by tremendous cheering pouring down on us.
You did it! You did it!
It's possible, achievement unlocked. Input commands perfectly in the Robo-One match. Akio hugs me tightly.
I always believed you'd win, Kai.
Funny considering how she looked like she was gonna cry mid-match. We're not done yet. This is just round 1 of the prelims.
You don't get it. This victory means everything.
A stunning upset. Wow, Devil Stronger, one of the top robots slated to win it all, has been defeated in the very first round of the prelims. And the team to do it is none other than an unknown robot club from Tanagashima. Wait, hold on just a moment. We've just received some important information. Incredible! The true Tanagashima High Robotics Club responsible for winning Tanagashi Machine 3 Custom is the very same one that won the championship 9 years ago, with Tanagashi Machine 3 no less. Furthermore, the operator of the OG at number 3 was Shinomiya Misaki-san. That's right, Shinomiya Misaki of EXCO. Woo! The true Tanagashima High Robotics Club has suddenly become a must-watch competitor. Keep an eye on Shinomiya-san's successors.
Both parties, exit the ring.
Impossible. This is impossible.
Maekawa looks like his soul's left his body, a far cry from his attitude from earlier. He slumps his shoulders and trudges away. I can't help but feel unsatisfied as I watch him in the corner of my eye. Frame perfect input. All the matches and pools are over. My other 3 opponents were all worse than Devil Stronger in terms of specs, so I blew through them. Damn! Now we advance to the final bracket. We made it to the top 3 too, huh? Considering our robot is 9 freaking years old, that ain't too shabby.
Here, want some?
Akio appears with crepes in hand from a nearby joint. Weren't you supposed to be Michi hunting?
You look so good, I couldn't resist.
Akio's in good spirits compared to earlier in the day. Eh, it only makes sense, I guess.
And this is also my way of saying thanks for everything you did say.
Well, in that case, who am I to say no? There's still tomorrow, you know that, right?
Of course I know.
I bite down to the crepe, and the sweetness of strawberries, bananas, and whipped cream fills my mouth.
So, what do you think after prelims? Do we have a real shot at this? We do, right? We'll be fine, isn't that right?
Who exactly are you trying to convince here? I got a pretty good sense of the level of competition here. It wasn't as brutal as I thought it was. was gonna be. To be honest, there's no one special. Even Maekawa, one of the big guys slated to win the championship, wasn't much. That said, the hobby robots themselves are a completely different story. Most of the matchups, I'd say the odds were 3-7 against me. With whatever stronger, it was closer to a 1-9 at disadvantage. The uprays, on the other hand, well, they don't seem to have a decent understanding of battle strategy. Compared to the people I face in KB, they weren't much. Them also being the developers might be why, don't know. Plus, these real fights are way slower than KB. I can easily react to pretty much everything.
Yeah, you are amazing at games after all. And with the KB control scheme installed into the press, I don't think anyone on the planet's gonna be able to beat you.
Oh, come on, I'm not that good. Or maybe I am. I hope it's just that Maekawa in particular sucked. It'd blow if the other 31 competitors in the bracket were also at his level.
Well, the top 8 from last year's competition were all seeded, so they never showed up in pools. But I mean, they gotta be tough if they got seeded in top 8.
While I'm thinking of it, who took the crown at last year's Robo-One?
Mr. Pleiades.
What? Excuse me?
I said Mr. Pleiades. This guy right here.
I glanced at Akio's Pokecom. Akio-chan, come on, you gotta be messing me right now. Robo-One on 40. Preliminary tournament final prize, blah blah blah. Results announced for the 40th Robo-One, held on 12/30 to 12/31 at 2018. Winner, Mr. Pleiades. Two-time winner since the 39th Robo-One, appeared suddenly like a shooting star, but his true identity is a mystery. His partner robot is M45. Comment from Pleiades. By the blessings of the Seven Sisters, I arrived from 400 light years away. I am Mr. Pleiades.
What? What is this outfit?
I'm serious. I'm seriously not. He's a 2-time title defender who won last year and the year before. This guy is a real deal.
Why is he wearing a mask?
Dunno.
I mean, this dude's definitely Japanese.
You're probably right, but nobody knows his true identity.
Call me crazy. What hairstyle did... No. Did he? Is this a character we've already seen before? That hairstyle is making me think of somebody, but I also probably just haven't seen the character long enough to actually... Nah, it's not what I'm thinking of. I've seen his face somewhere before. Don't. Recently, too. Don't. I quickly flipped through my memories, and sure enough, there he is. Isn't this Hidaka-kun?
What?
You know, Hidaka...
I didn't want to say it.
Is that really him? Is that really him? I swear, that is exactly who I thought it was. I was like, the hair looks familiar, but maybe it's just coincidence. No, it's Subaru.
You mean the second year at our school?
Yeah, him. Akio tilts her head as she brings her face close to the monitor and stares at it intently, then...
No way!
Akio shuts down my theory almost immediately. I don't know, they definitely look alike.
Hey, guys!
Oh, Michi.
Michi casually walks toward us from the direction of the station, waving his hands. What the heck has he been up to all day?
We've been trying to call you all day. Why didn't you pick up?
Oh, you know how it is. I've been running around here, there, and everywhere.
Running around?
Anyway, you guys caught me totally off guard. Brace yourselves. You're trending super hard on Tweepo.
Oh yeah, I saw. There are tons of tweets talking about how good Kai is. There's also a bunch about how revolutionary the KB control system is.
Yeah, but your identity's been exposed, little Sinomiya.
Huh? Mine? What do you mean?
Everyone's talking about how you're Sinomiya Misaki's little sister. I got pictures of your face posted everywhere.
Huh?
Listen up, little sister.
Now your little sister, Michi.
Don't think for a second that you want to get swept up on the fame train like your sister did. She's special, normal even. That's a pro tip, so you better etch it into your brain.
I appreciate if you didn't call her abnormal. Well, either way, she's special. That's for sure.
Did you get to talk to Misani at all, Michi?
Nope. What about you, little Cinnamia?
Yeah, I tried to call her, but she didn't pick up.
She thinks she's so much better than us. She could have at least given us a place to stay for the night.
Michi and Misane were classmates in high school. Michi even became president of the Robotics Club, which Misane founded. They used to be surprisingly close, but now there's a massive rift between them that may never be sealed. Akio disappointedly sighs and takes a bite out of her crepe.
Anyway, I'm beat, Michi. Let's hurry up and go to our hotel already. You better have gotten us rooms.
Right, okay. I've been searching for an affordable place to stay all day long.
Oh, so that's what you meant by running around.
The original plan for us was to go back to the island today. Remember, we only had enough cash for airfare. Get me? This is where you're supposed to be surprised.
I got more than my fill of surprise yesterday, thank you very much.
And yeah, I still took it upon myself to run around this unfamiliar city just to find room and board. Ain't that great?
That's what you get for having no plan.
You're unbelievable, Michi.
One day you too understand just how ruthless the vice principal can be.
I assume you reserved 2 rooms?
Why would I go and do that? All 3 of us can help together, no problemo.
Well, I refuse to sleep in the same room as you, Michi.
If you're gonna complain, you can sleep on the streets. Tokyo's super bright, even at night. That's a pro tip.
Unbelievable. I'm going to make you get in our room whether you like it or not. Let's just hurry up and get to the end. Come on, Kai.
Akio reaches her hand out to me.
Yeah, rest for tomorrow. Plus, you still haven't had an attack yet.
I've been trying to keep my mind off that all day, so thanks for just bringing me crashing back to reality. I click my tongue and take Akio's hand for support as I stand.
Tomorrow we're taking the big one.
Come this far, we're taking the top spot. I'm being perfectly honest. If nothing else, judging by my opponents in pools, the top 32 don't stand a chance. Which is why I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not really feeling a sense of accomplishment. There's no fire inside me. I'm not even remotely pumped up. There's just disappointment. Paired with my anxiety over the bomb I'm carrying with me, my chest feels incredibly heavy. Tomorrow, eh?
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Robo-One 41 Grand Finals, the Sky High Burning! In the blue corner from the True Tanegashima High Robotics Club, Tanagashi Machine 3 Custom!
Final ring sits in the center of the arena, illuminated by spotlights. It's extremely hard to miss. I'm gonna save the game just in case. We walk across the elevated passageway and toward the ring. You can hear the cheers coming from the bleachers loud and clear despite the size of the arena. It's amazing that there are so many people willing to cheer for some no-name high schoolers. Or maybe they're just cheering because they're fans of Misane. Wherever the case may be, I can feel my heart racing in response to the cheers. Somehow we managed to advance all the way to the grand finals, but I'm not really sure how I feel. I think I'm finally starting to get fired up after all this time. The amount of attention you get on a stage like this is unlike any other. The crowd's hype is infectious. On the other hand, the ticking time bomb is like a lump in the back of my throat, holding me back from actually getting into it. I'm trying to be optimistic, hoping that I won't have an attack because I've made it this far without one. But that's the same reason why I'm dreading the very real possibility that I might have one in the middle of the final match.
Successors to Shinomiya Misaki's legacy, this club brings with them howling winds from across the ocean. Thanks to their innovative control scheme and their skilled operator Yashio Kaito, they've arrived at the finals. Will the Chuo Tanegashima High School Robotics Club be able to reclaim their glory from 9 years ago?
This is kind of embarrassing. Because this really is super popular.
I can sense the loneliness in her words, but I decide not to think too deeply about that right now. I want to avoid any unnecessary drama before the match.
And now in the red corner, the champion of Robo-One 39 and Robo-One 40, Mr. Pleiades and M45!
That is... Hey, Subaru. As summoned by the announcer, he appears in the spotlight of red on the opposite passageway. He's wearing a mask and an absurd outfit, calmly waving to the crowd.
The comet rains upon Robo-One. His dreadful range captures all who stand in his way. None can escape his evil clutches. His identity remains shrouded in mystery, and what a mystery it is, folks. However, everyone knows his strength. Now, Mr. Pleiades, show us the shining brilliance of your 400 light years once again.
Mr. Pleiades slowly makes his way to the other side of the ring. Alcyone, Electra, Maya, Taigata, Kaleno, Asterope, Merope. Yeah, he's starting to mutter something. Is this some kind of mind control? Should I be covering my ears right now? By the blessings of the Seven Sisters, I descend to Earth from 400 light years away. I am Mr. Pleiades! What the heck is this? I'm getting goosebumps and not in a good way. The fact that all the spectators are doing it with him is the only thing keeping me grounded. When I remember that the insider is Hidaka-kun, I start feeling real agitated. This dude looked so serious all the time! And he's a showman!
Oh my gosh, it's the real Mr. Pleiades. I should ask for his autograph later.
You think we can sell the autograph on Tabak?
Michi, you're worse.
So hey, are these two pretending not to notice? Is this some kind of prank? Am I gonna be real pissed if they're messing with me just before the finals? I call it to Mr. Pleiades. You're Hidaka-kun, right?
Kai, are you still going on about that?
It's about as obvious as the fucking sun, gamer!
Oh, come on, it's gotta be him. I wasn't sure with just the photo, but now I am. It's him, right, Hidaka-kun?
Hidaka? You mean the second year at her school? That Hidaka?
Yeah, Michi, you can totally tell, right? Michi squints as he looks carefully at Pleiades. He eventually turns and starts laughing at me.
There's no way that Hidaka-kun would ever be here. You're such a goober, Yashio.
That's the exact same way that Akio reacted yesterday. Am I being punked? But why?
Kai, are you okay? If you're freaking out because you're nervous, I get it. My hand's been shaking like crazy for a while now. But please stay calm, okay? Man, I should have brought our piece of candy with me.
For some reason, Akio's pitying me.
Hey, here's a tip, Kai. All those who wear masks are super classy types.
What in the world is this no-good president talking about?
Just stay focused on the match, Yashio. It's just like taking an entrance exam. That's a pro tip.
And what in the world is this no-good advisor going on about? I'm just about done with all of this. Yo, Hidaka-kun, I don't get this Pleiades stuff, but how about you get rid of that dumb costume and mask?
Oh, the true Tanegashima Hawaii Robotics Club has started taunting Mr. Pleiades. Come on, Jamp, show them who the boss is. I'm not this Hidaka you speak of. I am Mr. Pleiades.
It's pretty easy to see that he's a little embarrassed. He's really pushing it. This whole thing is basically school play quality. There is something I really appreciate about this game, which is like, it's kind of almost like the reverse of how like a lot of the other science adventure games feel, where like in the other games, our characters like the, in the other games, our character is kind of like the weirdo that everyone like just like views at a distance in watching as their hilarious shenanigans go on. Like, especially with someone like, say, Okabe. But then, Kaito is just the opposite of all that. He's the normal one, while everyone else is the weirdo. Oh, he's the one who's, like, completely, like, sane compared to everybody else. Even Hidaka. Even Hidaka is just super weird. You want me to play along with this craziness? Aki-chan, Michi, are you guys punking me right now?
Punking you?
Okay, she's not. Akio's a horrible liar. Which means she seriously doesn't notice. Well, whatever. It makes no difference to me. It's just, you're like a completely different person than you are on the island, Hidaka-kun.
I haven't the slightest idea what you're talking about.
Doesn't look like I'm getting through to him. Yeah, I don't want my focus broken by something this dumb either. If this is how he wants to do things, fine. Be my guest.
Contestants, get ready.
Okay.
Akio places the honorary press in the ring and turns its power on.
Whoa, it's a big boy.
Pleiades' robot, M45, isn't much larger than the Prez. It's also a lightweight model, which means it's going to rely largely on grabbing and throwing. I watched his matches in the semifinals, so I'm more than aware of his strategy. Its thin arms are deceptively strong as soon as I get in range. As soon as I get in range, he'll overpower me. Once that happens, Prez gets tossed straight to the ground. You know what's going to happen? I bet you. Here's what's going to happen. I bet you. Hidaka's going to get so impressed with our skills here, but he's still going to end up beating us. We're going to go back to the island. The vice principal is about to say, well, the Robotics Club lost the tournament, so I'm going to disband the Robotics Club. And then Hidaka's going to come in at the last second and say, like, what do you mean the Robotics Club lost? I won. And I'm part of the Robotics Club, so I won. So you can't say we lost. That's what I'm predicting is going to happen. Despite being lightweight, I've seen it throw around heavyweight robots without breaking a sweat. I've also gotten a good handle on Pleiades' strategy after watching the semifinals. His style is definitely more proficient than the other operators. Thus far, he's constantly waited for his opponent to strike, then countered whenever he's had the opportunity. Get too close and you'll get grabbed and taken for a ride. The problem is that I can't attack unless I get close. In terms of functionality, Prez is at a disadvantage, as usual. I'll start things off by watching him carefully.
Kai.
Akio gently places her hand on top of mine, the one holding the Pokecom.
You can do this, Kai.
She says it like she's comforting a child. Aren't I supposed to be the one guardian here? Aki-chan, that doesn't mean much coming from you.
Thank goodness. I'm glad you're not weirdly nervous anymore.
I didn't say that Mr. Pleiades' true identity is Hidaka Subaru because of my nerves. I'm not letting this go.
It's thanks to you that we've made it this far. This is the last match. You've got this.
Well, whatever. Her baseless, ridiculous optimism is what makes Akio who she is.
If we win, we won't be treated like some old club nobody wants around anymore. Let's win this, Kai. Let's win and go home with our heads held high.
Thanks for the words of encouragement, Madam President. I'll give it my best shot. These are just words of consolation. Akio's encouragement doesn't resonate with me. Looks like I'm really gonna have to compete in the finals with this ticking time bomb still active. I take a deep breath and clutch my Pokecom tightly. We will now commence with the grand finals. Blue corner, Tanagashi Machine 3 Custom. Red corner, M45. Ready? Fight! As soon as the round begins, I have the Prez strafe around M45 without getting too close while I watch it carefully. Meanwhile, M45 immediately advances to the center of the ring, stops and tries to confront the Prez head-on.
M45 takes the center of the ring. It's being an attack from Tanagashi Machine.
It's pretty obvious that what he's trying to do. He wants to grab me as soon as I get in range, right? So he's turtling? If this was a fighting game, he'd totally be getting ravaged by the crowd right now. But either way, this is a problem. I don't have too many options here. M45 spreads its arm out like it's trying to taunt me even more. They're so long. M45's arm length is even more apparent when it stretches out like that. Its arm span is probably longer than its height. Plus, judging by how bulky they are, Pleiades probably load them up with all sorts of gimmicks. Just thinking about them puts a huge amount of strain on me mentally. An extraordinary amount of pressure. With M45's long arms spread out in this narrow ring, I have nowhere to go. I can either jump out of the ring or enter its range. Either way, I'm on a one-way trip to hell. He clearly has a good grasp on zoning. Not bad, Hidaka-kun. Pleiades. However, M45 has one glaring flaw. It's slow. Going by its walking speed, it's super slow for a lightweight robot. Heck, it might even be as slow as Devil Stronger. Aki-chan, what's your take? Why do you think that thing is so slow?
He needs the servo motor configuration. It's probably tuned more to torque rather than speed.
Torque?
Power, basically.
I see. Makes sense for a robot that primarily utilizes throws. Fight! The referee motions for us to be more proactive, but M45 barely moves a muscle. It just stands in the center, following my movements in a circular motion, except it's not keeping up. It's way too slow. I might be able to circle around to its back pretty easily. No harm in trying. Let's give it a shot. Before the opponent can change directions, I manage to circle around to its blind spot. Perfect timing. Talk about an easy cross-up. I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want. I could throw him, I could... I hear Ply snicker. He's way too calm for someone completely invulnerable. What's going on? This is a trap? I try to put some distance between us as I smell something fishy. That's when M45 makes a bizarre move. With its hip joint as an axis, the upper body spins 180 degrees. You... I let my guard down because the robot looks human, but these aren't robots. They're designed to do things humans can't. I'm backed to a corner. M45's bulky arms draw near. At this rate, I'm gonna get grabbed. Got it. I quickly dish out some punches with both arms in order to deflect M45's grabs. And when I seem staggered, I try to put some distance between us. But before I can do anything, M45 motions like it's about to fall over, then grabs onto me with both arms. Crap. By the time I realize what's happening, he's on top of me like some kind of wrestler. Down! Down!
Down! M45 takes the round just like that. Behold Miss Aphelides' true power! His omnidirectional assault has no blind spots. Once he grabs you, there's no escape. The Tanagashi machine is already on its last legs.
This commentator is really starting to piss me off. His voice echoes so loudly that it's hurting my ears.
Listen up, Yashio. Let me tell you about what it means to step.
Michi, could you shut it for a second?
Excuse me?
But Kai, how are you gonna get close to him?
I lightly shrug my shoulders as I use my Pokemon to stand the Prez back up. I still have a few tricks, but it's gonna be risky. If he doesn't have any blind spots, then this is the only way.
What are you gonna do?
I won't give him time to grab me.
Huh?
Tanagashi Machine 3 Custom Det 1 down. Restarting match. The referee announces the match's continuation. Fight! If that thing has no blind spots, then that means it doesn't matter what direction I attack from. I'll just break through with a full frontal assault. Keep in mind, this isn't some last-ditch effort. The key to everything, once again, is M45's slow movement speed. Basically, my plan is to attack several times before I can get grabbed. While it seems similar, this isn't a hit-and-run strat either. Once I attack, I'm staying in until M45 is downed. This is going to be an all-or-nothing at the game of chicken. Time to begin my approach.
Your Tanagashi machine charges in from the front. That's practically begging to be thrown.
Patient M45 attempts to grab the Prez. Slow. So slow that I should be able to slip away. Without a second thought, I charge him without stopping. Back off!
Gumble rush! Rush! Gumble blow!
Down! What the? Tanagashi machine unleashes a fierce flurry of ferocious attacks. Have we ever seen a hobby robot move like that before? M45 was on the receiving end of full... No, 5 hits! They were so fast there was no time for M45 to grab. They were lightning fast.
Oh yeah!
Akio pumps her fist into the air. Come on, I got one down, that's it. Take it down a notch, please. My strat works, but I doubt Pleiades will fall for twice. He's gonna counter it next time for sure. I can't let my guard down yet. I start trying to focus again. Anxiety is still more than present. The reason being the time bomb inside me, obviously. I can't predict when I'll get an attack. It just happens without warning. I certainly wish I could predict them, though. The only thing I know for certain is that I'm more likely to have one when I'm sick, under stress, or emotional. But I can only speak from experience. I have no idea if those things really have a relation or not. In less than 10 minutes, this match will come to an end. I hope I can hold out till then. M45, 1 down. Tanagashi Machine 3 Custom, 1 down. Restarting match. Fight! Should I wait and see, or should I try to ride this wave of momentum? I'm thinking for the former is the right move here. Pleiades seems oddly calm. It's too risky to go in without a plan. I should wait for him to make a... Uh-oh. I immediately take evasive action. A lightning-fast piercing strike just barely grazes the Prez.
What was that?
I should be out of range. Hell, I should be so far that I'm not even close to being in range. Pleiades used a high-speed piercing attack from that far away.
Kai, again!
Another one! This time I failed to dodge. Prez takes the hit dead on and goes flying out of the ring.
What's this? M45 had yet another trick up its sleeve. Who could have guessed that those mighty bomb-shredding arms were also equipped with full Q-like weapons? What a thrill! That's our Mr. Pleiades. This is the power of our two-time champ.
Full Q. That was more like a freaking pile bunker.
M45 shot what looked like to be a spike out of the tip of its arm. This long-range attack far exceeds M45's throw range. That's how he knocked Prez out of the ring, but where did that range even come from? That spike was fired from an insane distance, especially when you consider M45's design. There's no way it reached me from that far away. But it did. The spike wasn't the only factor in play here. It was twisted its upper body to gain an extra few centimeters of distance. M45 can rotate its upper body 180 degrees. If it stops at the 90-degree point, M45 gains an additional shoulder width's worth of distance. It's only a few centimeters, but that goes a long way. The more skilled the opponent, the more effectively you can use that extra distance. It's key for M45 to bait its prey into entering its range. This prompts the prey to try and strike from outside. The closer the opponent is to M45's range, the more effective those extra centimeters become. If the opponent eventually lowers their guard thinking they're out of range, they become easy prey for the pile bunker. An absurd weapon you got tucked away in there. There's no point to my wait-and-see approach. I know he'd end up adapting to my strategy. Or maybe he came prepared, expecting his opponent to use a strategy like mine. This hidden weapon completely makes up for M45's lack of speed. Hidaka Subaru is one talented guy, I'll give him that. I believe you mean Pleiades. Yeah, sure, Pleiades. Whatever, man. Akio rushes the honorary Prez back to the ring. Meanwhile, I wipe the sweat off my cheek. Is it just the heat from the light above, or is it the hype from the audience? Maybe I'm finally feeling back to a corner and getting nervous as a result. It feels like we're at deadlock. I'm not going to be able to avoid that pile bunker so easily. How many times can this thing strike consecutively? It has a huge attack range, yet doesn't leave many openings. My reaction speed is good enough to deal with it easily, but Prez isn't fast enough to evade that pile bunker. Even if I can react in just 8 frames, it still won't be enough. I need to finish the command input in 1 or 2 frames in order for Prez to have time to dodge. I guess I could also predict the movement beforehand, but reading your opponents like that is a huge gamble. Even if you manage to evade him once, there's no guarantee you'll be able to do it a second time. M45 1 down. Tanagashi Machine 3 custom 2 downs. Match point. What can the Prez and I do? What options do we have to get closer while avoiding the pile bunker? Ready? Fight! There's no time to think. The match resumes. If I stall for too long, the pile bunker will come flying. I'll just have to play footsies until I find an opportunity to close the gap. Control the Prez with those thoughts at the front of my mind. Just then I'm hit with the feeling that something's off. The controller response is slow. No, it's on your end. Wait, something's not right.
It's the left leg. Knocked down from earlier must have locked up the joints.
Prez's left leg is behaving abnormally. Its walk speed is way down, its movement is really stiff.
Of all times.
Why didn't Akio check the Prez when she stood him up in the ring earlier? This is no different than just standing still. It's like I'm asking him to shoot me with the pile bunker. How terribly. Just then, Mr. Pleiades murmurs something. His voice is so low that the audience can't hear it. But I can. Perfectly clearly. Disappointing, senpai. He's not noticed the malfunction on our end, and M45 immediately begins twisting its body, aiming its pile bunker at Prez. I'm not going to be able to dodge this. It's over. But oddly enough, out of the 2 days I've spent here at Robo-One, right now, I'm the most hyped I've ever been. Right then. It's happening! Oh. The attack. My heart begins to throb in pain, as if it's being squeezed tight by an ice-cold hand. Simultaneously, everything around me begins to move in slow motion. All of the sound in the world has vanished. All 5 of my senses have sharpened considerably. I'm having an attack. What a pain in the ass. I hate to admit it, but I'm actually pretty lucky that I picked now of all times to blow up on me. My mind is clear. It's cold. My body temperature is dropping at an alarming rate. It feels like my blood has gone from boiling hot to ice cold. My body feels strangely heavy. It's almost like I've dived into the ocean. The air feels thick and viscous. Amidst all this calm flow, there's only silence. It's suffocating. I can't breathe. This is why it feels like I'm being submerged in water. I'm swimming through this soundless world without breathing. This moment feels eternal. I can drift through the slow motion world, experiencing the same pain you'd feel while suffocating. Due to invisible opposing force, I too can only move in slow motion. Slow-mo. That's what I call my attacks. Of course, I named it myself. It's the exact opposite of Akio's attacks. Her FF allows her to see time compressed, whereas my slow-mo allows me to see time expanded. During an attack, I see 1 second of time stretched out to about 30 seconds, apparently. It's considered another form of elephant-mouse syndrome, but even the doctor that diagnosed me wasn't sure how it worked. The reason why everything is moving in slow motion right now is simply because my senses have been acutely sharpened. The real world itself hasn't actually changed. A second is still a second. But within that single second, I can process 30 seconds worth of thoughts and reactions. For example, it takes me 0 frames to do what used to take me 4. I can even input a full command in 1 frame. The pile bunker that M45 just fired looks like it's frozen in space. If I confirm its trajectory, I can cover for my disadvantage just fine. In my current condition, I have more than enough time to predict and evade. But I can't breathe. It feels like I'm hanging on to life by a thread. And it terrifies me. I desperately try to supply oxygen to my lungs, but my body won't respond the way I want it to. Deep within my heart, I continue to plead for release from this pain. I've locked onto my target. There's still distance between us. I won't be able to cover it during slow-mo. Everything around me isn't frozen like I am. But I do have one method available to me. A way to close the distance more speedily than to walk forward normally. I grit my teeth in pain. No matter how hard I try, I can only move at the same speed as the rest of the world. I put every ounce of energy I have into this. I urge my fingers to react. Then after a short delay, the fingers around my Pokécom start to move. There's an actual sense of latency between my mind and my body, but there's nothing I can do about it. The tip of the pile bunker draws ever closer to the press, but I've already input the command to dodge it. The honorary press steps to its side, and the pile bunker grazes the surface of the press's arm. I just barely managed to evade M45's attack. But it's already in position to fire again. The first shot was from its left arm. The second shot comes from the right. Does that mean it can only fire 2 consecutive shots? Its aim is spot on. M45 locks onto the press after it dodged the first shot. Here comes shot number 2. The spike once again moves very slowly, which allows me time to dodge it. Since it can only fire in a straight line, there's nothing to fear as long as it's off by a few tenths of a millimeter. I just barely dodged the second spike and faced the defenseless M45 straight on. The distance between us has barely changed. M45 is still far, far away. There's no way I'll be able to get hit him at this distance.
It works as a surprise attack, so don't use it unless you see an opening.
I never expected Akio's lame idea to be useful at a time like this. It almost feels like fate, but I can't say that I'm a fan of that. Time to end this once for all. Easy game. As soon as I finish inputting the command, the flood of noise comes rushing back to the arena. The flow of time finally returns to normal. The thick texture of the air vanishes. I can finally breathe again, freeing me from the suffering. And the honorary press has already completed its transformation. It's sitting on the floor with its legs stretched out. The motors and the wheels attached to its bottom begin to spin, and then it shoots forward.
Whoa!
The press performs a high-speed sliding tackle on M45. See ya! Both robots are sent flying out of the ring, tangled up with one another. The lousy motors go silent. Silence. The entire arena is engulfed in silence. For a second, it feels like my attack isn't over yet. I take a deep breath and look around. That's when an explosion of noise bursts from the silence. Roars erupt from the spectator seats as the whole arena goes wild.
A special move! The special move connected! What godlike reaction speed! He dodged not one, but two consecutive high-speed rocket punches by a hair! Tanegashima really showed his guts out there, morphing and then launching into speeding tackle, zipping ultra fast into their opponent and then colliding in a violent explosion!
It's called the Tanagashi Excel Impact.
I got it, little sister from Sinomiya Misaki. You heard the girl, folks. The blazing hot finisher you just witnessed is called the Tanagashi Excel Impact!
It finally dawns on me that all these cheers are for me. It's almost like my seizure is being celebrated. I make sure nobody hears me as I click my tongue. Did we win? I thought we lost. Or I thought there was still one extra point. Sinomiya Misaki, we're seeing it from her perspective.
The crowd's excitement has reached its peak. The audience is shouting and stomping to express their excitement over the thrilling grand finals match. The earth-shaking fervor of the crowd is directed at the two in the center of the arena, Mr. Pleiades and Miyashio Kaito.
Fascinating moves indeed. Has there been an auroral breakup?
A large-scale solar flare took place about 12 hours ago. A high-speed CME has been confirmed. I've yet to confirm it with my own eyes, but there's a high possibility that an aurora is visible. That said, this particular scale of solar flare has been commonplace over the last few years.
You surmise that is not the cause, then? Chuo Tanegashima High. If I am not mistaken, is that not your alma mater?
It is.
What about them?
The control scheme they devised is indeed unique, but their combat strategy is unrefined and reckless. I believe we should view it as nothing more than a fluke.
How incredibly strict. But that is not what I was asking. I am asking if you know them or not.
I do. I know them very well.
Report the details to me at a later time.
Understood.
I shall leave the rest of you. Tell them that as far as the sponsorship is concerned, we will pay double or more.
Where are you going?
To see how the committee is faring. There is no fucking shot you're talking about the committee of 300. I swear to God.
The arena is quite far from here, even though the physical distance is so close. From here I can't tell the two of them. My childhood friend and little sister are taking the crowd's cheers. There's a broadcast monitor in this VIP room that allows me to see them. But they're nothing but data passing through the screen. Fiction disguised as reality. You're still trapped, Kai. I caress the surface of the glass with my finger. The transparent wall separating us is cold. A fierce contrast to the passionate spectators in the arena. This isn't the right stuff. I press my nails against the glass, trying to prevent my nerves from erupting.
The small propeller plane is bound for Tanegashima. I think that is going to be where we end it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you all later. Peace.